and now Ghana. Maybe you should consider going with them.
My work is here. My life is here.
Robin and Mia are your life. You can write from anywhere.
Now you sound like her.
I'm not going to Africa, and neither is my daughter.
If you want to move to Ghana and you want to live in Ghana, this is Ghana. If you want it like America, stay in America. Simple. We want to get out of the U.S. for what? For a reason, right? We don't want to come here and live our American life. So don't do it. Embrace the culture. Learn about the culture. So leave your American mentality there and open your mind to a new world. Leave your guns there. Leave your fighting there. Leave all of that behind and come and enjoy a peaceful, free life.
Abusia, Diana Justice na Mwakwa at Justice Media so. Yes, squad the way of Trasa movie, so me a squad in fact, many edgy movie who ye pa and ya asenketwa. Omoye African Americans ya omoye popra ye pa. Na oshe character omode artist a movie we say na. Enya dia one ne rin nebusuan for krabi to omna si Africa. If you say nyuma and any properties ahodo bebre na no. America ana ewo ebusuan for character papa e play ewo movie no no. Said the African Americans bebre na ewo America. Omo ehu Africa. Ese Africa de e kom entokwa basa yo. Any enema ahodo e ho ntensem fata ewo enipa setene mu no. Ana ye face ewo Africa no. Ebusuan for sa pepepe ana e koso ewo ho. African Americans no be adwin mu. Enti no omo ehu Africa, especially Ghana, say aha no de enye omaya e wo say enipa etinem. Ebusuan ebrɛ enso masa nkrofo we say mo na say ebrɛ ne so a sa vela abrofo no e de akata omo ani so. Ebusuan fo ni na ebebie enye se bia omo ehu no kra no omo hu pa na emom. Ebusuan fo sa vela ne kata omo ani so eno na emie ye. The bread ebe so amoma bi amoma hu no kra no. Ebusuan fo ye wo African Americans fo ni bia omo ankasa aba oman Ghana mu. Abet na ha no mo emre kakra. I study Africa your life, especially Ghana. See this year your name fa. And they said the how so asset na esitie. No my comparison and they are compare asset na and America and so asset na. And they said even though normal life living is etie or no more. My sa comparison we see and who said there be Ghana ana eye baby papa. Say case be opet na ha. Eye on my Ghana. Now, sikali establish business be the mao there. You get a comfortable life. You have your peace of mind. I was here, men kasa enche bebre. Yenti or one kasa enu asem. Emra.
Even growing up as a child, I was always fed these negative stigmas about Africa. Not just that if it was poor, but you know, it was all negative. Like there's a lot of poverty, you know, children begging. I mean, you will see that in Canada, anywhere you go in the US. Anywhere in the world you will see a lot of that, but they made Africa, they just stigmatized Africa very negatively, strictly in poverty. So when I came here, you see a completely different aspect of Ghana, right?
So tell us some of the complete aspects of Ghana that the media don't really tell.
Well, yeah, in some neighborhoods you can walk around and you see there's a lot of riches. People who are in higher class than I am, there's definitely different higher classes, but they always focus on the negative.
Not only is Africa, Ghana, so rich in culture, but some of the best food I've ever had in my life. Some of the best people I've ever met in my life. The party, oh baby, the party. I'm telling you, it's a time. It is such a time. And no, I'm not paid to say this. No, I'm not booked to be here and do this. I come because I love it. And that's just as real as I can keep it. So if you haven't, you need to come. It's a good time. Hey, my fellow children of the diaspora, let me explain something to you. If you are black and living in America, or even the UK, or any of the Caribbean islands, and you have not ventured to Africa, more specifically Ghana, you are doing yourself a disservice. You are absolutely missing out on a beautiful life, a beautiful experience. I mean, we have been misinformed, miseducated for so long. You can see my background, it's beautiful. It's kind of faded out. Let me turn the camera. I just decided to go visit a friend. It's her son's birthday party, and I came over here to where they're staying.
I love Ghana. It's the culture, the people, and as soon as I stepped off the plane, I felt like I was home. I'd come back home. I was here December last year, and I'm here again. This is my second time actually coming to Ghana, and I just can't get enough. Prepare to make a visit back home to Ghana. You will not leave the same. You will not leave the same.
Is your culture shocked in Ghana?
How nice everybody is.
That's your culture shock.
The moment I set foot off the airplane, like this weight has lifted. And I don't know if it's just from living in the States all my life and never really getting to get out of the States and seeing others. So coming here and being able to eat a hot cooked meal every day and it's fresh, I think it's really important. More for me, for my mental health, honey, with y'all, but y'all know it. Love me some Ghana. That's why I'm here. I cry all day. You know how I feel.
I never, ever thought about that. It never crossed my mind. Even when I bought the land or got the gifted land, I just thought I would leave it to my grandchildren or something like that. I wasn't really thinking that I was going to move here. At 16, I got pregnant and I had my son. And so that kind of put a damper on my aspirations to go to college and things like that. The Most High brought me through it all, right? So when I was like 28, I had been living really a rough life by that time. And but when I was 28, I went to a church and I walked in like a drug addict and an alcoholic, and I walked out free. You know, when I came here, it was like that. I finally felt grounded, you know, instead of like, my history goes back to being a slave. That was the only history we had, was going back to being a slave. One of the worst things was that I had shipped over my gold that I had purchased over the years, and it was gone.
How much good was it?
Over $20,000. Okay, so you know, like a lot of times people will quote you a cost, and so you think that's it. Because like in the States, right? If they tell you it's $100,000, you sign on the dotted line. That's it. Yeah. But in Ghana, it was different. So you know, it's like, no, that was just for this part. Now you got to pay for this part. Now you got to buy your doors. Now you got to buy your windows. I'm like, what? I just had a lady text me a couple of days ago, and she had just come back. She went to see her mom too for her birthday, and she was there for, I think she said, for 6 weeks. And she said, I could not wait to get out of there. She said, because it's so different. She said, there was a shooting at the grocery store while I was there. There was somebody had robbed somebody at the bank or something, and somebody had been beaten on the street. And she said, in my mom's neighborhood is not a bad neighborhood, but it's going down. And she said, I just couldn't wait to leave. She said, it just like the people, this was just what she said to me. The people are like zombies. They're like, their eyes, you know, they don't seem to have life anymore. Everybody's just barely hanging on. And to keep it real, white people do a lot more drugs than black people do. Really? They just don't get in trouble. I even had a lady say one time that, what kind of grandmother are you that you would leave your grandchildren and move to another country?